Hello, Hadley and Philemon, and welcome to another episode of Falcons EdTech Tutorials. On this episode, we're going to wrap up our screen time series by showing you how you can use some of the features that are already on your phone to help you track your screen time. And speaking of which, I've run out of screen time for the very moment, so I'm going to go walk my dog, get some fresh air, but when I come back, we're going to get into this episode of Falcons EdTech Tutorials. Now, how do you stop this thing? Alright, so today we're going to focus on 3 things that you can do with your phone that you have right now that will help you manage your screen time. We're going to split it up into iPhone and Android devices because it's slightly different for each of them. We're going to look at notifications, which, let's face it, the moment your notifications go off on your phone, yeah, like that, it can be very overwhelming. Second, we're going to look at how to manage or at least track your screen time. And third, we're going to look at setting up a bedtime routine for your phone, which will at least give you some quiet time at the end of the day to be free from your device. All right, so let's get into it. Let's start by looking at iPhones. Notifications. Everyone has them. Let's turn them off. Open the Settings app on your iPhone and scroll down to Notifications. Here, you will see all of the apps on your phone and the notification settings associated with them. iPhone doesn't make it easy to turn off all the notifications at once, unless you put your phone into Do Not Disturb mode, so you'll have to go through each app one by one. I recommend turning off all of the notifications for all apps, and then selecting those apps that you still want to receive notifications from. For me, I want to be notified when I receive a text message, an email, or a message on Teams. Oh, and when someone replies to a post I've created on Kijiji. I mean, how else am I going to sell my kids old skates and bikes? Turning off notifications to Instagram really cut down on how many times my phone pinged at me during the day. And that's it. My advice is this: be brutal. Turn off notifications to every app that you absolutely don't need to have a notification from. You can always turn a notification back on if you find you're actually missing important information. But let's face it, that Snapchat story or TikTok video was probably not all that important, was it? Okay, now that those pesky notifications have been silenced, let's take a look at how we can track the screen time we use on our devices. Tracking our screen time allows us to set goals for how much screen time we use each day. To check your screen time on an iPhone, open your settings and select Screen Time. Choose Turn on Screen Time. Select This is my device. After you turn on screen time, you'll see a report showing you how you use your device, apps, and websites. From this screen, you can track just how much time you spend on various apps on your phone. For example, if you find you're spending way too much time on TikTok or Instagram, you can even set a time limit for these apps. To turn on downtime, select Downtime and then turn it on by tapping the toggle button. In this downtime menu, you can set times during the day in which your phone will not disturb you. No notifications will come through, even from that particularly chatty friend. To set up a bedtime with your iPhone, open the Health app. Here you can tap on the Sleep button and set up a sleep schedule. When you set up a bedtime, your phone will automatically set up a wind down period of 45 minutes before you go to bed and turn on Do Not Disturb once your bedtime starts. As an added bonus, I found the bedtime alarm is a much more pleasant way to wake up to than the usual Apple alarm clock. For the Android users out there, as always, Android has a much more robust way of helping you manage your screen time and downtime all in one convenient location. In your settings, select Digital Wellbeing and Parental Controls. While the specifics may vary across the different Android devices like Samsung or Pixel, all Androids have features that will help you manage your use of screen time. You can set up bedtime mode, for example, which, like the Apple version, will notify you when it's time to wind down and block notifications from all but important contacts. The flip to shh mode on Google Pixel and some other devices is a handy way to turn on the Do Not Disturb function simply by flipping your phone. One of Android's best features is Focus Mode, which allows you to target apps that are the most distracting and silence them with a single tap of a button. Simply open Focus Mode in Settings, choose which apps you want to add to the list, and then enter Focus Mode from your home screen's drop-down settings menu. Android settings are very intuitive, and they also show you which apps you receive the most notifications from, so you're able to target those apps which distract you the most. And like Apple, they allow you to set timers for apps that you feel you might be using too much. All right, folks, that does it for this episode of Falcons EdTech Tutorials, and that wraps up our series on screen time. So, if you have any questions about the screen time series or any of our other videos, please message me, Mr. Wouda, or Mr. LaChance on Teams, and we'll be happy to answer those questions or reply to those comments. We look forward to talking to you again in the next episode of Falcons EdTech Tutorials. Have a great day, Hadley and Philemon.